Hi everyone, I'm going to show you in this video how to make this book for storing your 12 days of Christmas watercolour trees pictures. So this is a lovely little book that I've made. So what you're going to need is a few things. I would suggest watching the video through so you know exactly what you need first. But you're going to need some paper to cover some card. So you're going to need a couple of bits of card, a couple of bits of paper. This is just like old wrapping paper that I've used. I've used some printer paper, some scraps of ribbon, scissors, a Pritt stick or any other glue stick, and then I've used a knitting needle to score things, so using a sharp point and a ruler. So they're the basics you will need, and you'll need your 12 days of Christmas paintings to go in there as well. So I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make a little book for these 12 days of Christmas paintings. So to start with, I've got some cheapo watercolour paper that's fairly sturdy, and I've cut that into a square that is about 1 centimetre bigger and about 1 inch bigger this side. I've then taken a ruler, my ruler, and I've popped that on about 1 centimetre, and I've used my trusty knitting needle pressed down to score the line. That then means that that's going to give a nice fold. I've then chosen a bit of wrapping paper to go over. I've done 2 of these, so I've cut them exactly the same size. And then what I'm going to do is just lay that in the middle, so it's about 1 centimetre longer. With a pair of scissors, I'm going to trim a little bit off each corner so that it makes it easier to fold. I'm then going to take my knitting needle and score each edge. You could use a little bit of a cereal box if you wanted to. Any sort of thin card, any cheapy watercolour paper you've got that you don't want to use, that works as well. The scoring just means that it's going to fold over and give you a nice neat edge. So I've got a glue stick. You could use spray glue, you could use a glue stick, it's up to you. I'm going to glue each edge and fold it over and make sure that sticks nicely. It takes a little while to stick. Oh, that's got a bit on. I'm going to come down this side, fold this one over. So that scoring just means you've got a really nice neat edge, and that cutting of the corners, I do that when I'm doing fabric, so that's how I know that that gives you a neat edge on a corner. Not that I do that much fabric, but occasionally I get my sewing machine out. Come along. And then this edge folded over. They sell all sorts of tools for scoring. Actually, all you need is something that's not too sharp, just to run on the edge, so you get a lovely finish. And then I've got that fold still there. So the next thing that I've done, which is a bit of an experiment, so I've got another one of those exactly the same, is I've cut some A4 paper and I've cut it so it fits nicely within here, and that it will fit the images on nicely. Then I found a little bit of scrap ribbon and I've come through one side. I found a very bad hole punch and managed to hole punch a. You could braddle through, you could just poke through, you could cut a hole. I'm actually going to poke this through. So then I've taken this and popped it through. And you want to tie it off, and you want to get Not too close, but not too far away, because you want to be able to loop them over. I mean, you could use really lovely paper as well. It depends what you've got lying around. I haven't got much lying around, so this is why I'm using this. And I think it will still work. So you can see I've just done a loop knot, technical term there. So I know that that won't come undone. And I've got an edge for each of those, and they're going to turn over nicely. So now I can go about rearranging my pictures onto the paper. So I shall start with day one. That was day one. And we can glue those on nicely. And this will work really well, hopefully. And then I can pull the book together at the end. So, a bit of glue. Again, you could use spray glue. You can use this glue. You could use double-sided tape if you had double-sided tape. You don't have to put them into a book. So I've gone pretty much around each edge and a little bit in the middle. And I'm just going to place them by eye, a little bit how I do, so they're quite central. How I do the same when I'm taping them as well. Just place that down. It probably needs something heavy on it to keep it nice and flat for a bit. Then you can decide whether you want to go onto this side or whether you want to go onto that side. And you can work your way through. So I'm just going to have a little think about it. So this is day 2. And pop that there. I've done enough to do it to do either side, so I think it's going to work doing it this way. So get day 3. So what I'm going to do is come through, because that one's still sticking and drying. I'll come through and stick these all on like this, as if I was turning a page of a book. So that'll be day 3, then day 4. These are all portrait, so that one will go to there. This one will go over. I mean, you don't have to do them in the order. Then when you get to landscape, you've got to decide which way to do. So I'm going to go that way, I think, with that one. So that's day 4. Is that day 5? And then that one with that way. So I'm getting a nice, so I'm going to go top edge in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to glue those on. Okay, so these have all been stuck and with a heavy book on overnight, and they are all lovely and stuck. I have got a spare page at the back. I could rip that one out, because I only need that one spare page to stick down, but I'm going to leave it in just in case. I'm going to get the Pritt stick in case it goes wrong, and I'm going to glue this to the back case of my book. Now you can use whatever glue you like. I'm still on the Pritt stick. I've chosen which side I want to be the back and which side I want to be the front. I have neatened those little bits so they're about the same length. That was a challenge in itself. I'm going to move those to the front so they're just out of the way for the minute. And I'm going to stick this on as even as I can. Remembering that I want that little gap. This is going to hold this in place. This is my theory. I can't say that I've made many books, but this is my theory. This is going to hold this in place. I need an extra bit of glue under that corner. Okay, I'm just going to dry this off. Okay, so that back sheet is glued and it is drying, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to think about this, is going to be my front cover. I'm thinking on my feet here. I did think that maybe I could trap those bits in there, but I don't think that that's going to work as well as taking a strip of extra paper on. So what I'm going to do is glue this to here so that this becomes my front cover that folds over. Then I'm going to have to let that dry, and then I will come back and insert a strip of paper to cover those bits and hold them secure, so it all goes together nicely. Okay, so it's working in progress. Okay, so I've left this overnight and it is stuck really well with a bit of Pritt stick. So glue stick works. What I also did was glue those with Pritt stick to the sort of binder area, and they've stuck really well. So I think it's going to work. I wasn't sure whether I'd need a stronger glue. I've also got a little bit just to cover those to keep it nice and neat. So this is the last little bit of this experiment. And I think it's worked quite well. I've had a heavy book on these all night, so it's worked to flatten the paintings as well, which it always does do. So I'm just going to glue this on here, push that down. Again, I'm going to need to leave it to dry, but that's just going to make that bit look a lot neater. I might need to put a heavy book on it again, just to push that bit down. But we pretty much have a beautiful little book. So I've got two different covers here, but we can go through and we can see each of these pictures, and it works really well. I see I've even surprised myself. I have stuck this slightly. There we go. You can go through, you could sign each of these. You don't have to make a book with them, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, so it would make a nice gift for yourself to keep, or just a gift for somebody else. So I hope you've enjoyed it.